Hi guys, it's Mario from the Woodfather.com. In today's video I'm going to build two of these mega shoe boxes. This one's got a lid that opens up on a hinge and this one's got two push open drawers. They take a bit of time to make, so let's get into it.
This was the first project that I used my panel layout program on. So this means I basically entered in my cut list and the size of the sheets that I'll be using, and the program automatically worked out the most efficient method of cutting them. All I have to do is tick off the cuts as I go.
So now I'm going to start assembling it. I'm going to start with the hinge box. Assembly is mainly pocket holes and glue. The pocket holes are where you're not going to see them. If you are going to see them, then I'll just use screws and I'll plug the holes later on. And let's get to it. Okay, so this is the top of the back one. Because this part's going to be seen from the inside, I don't want to have a pocket hole going into it or on this way. So I'm going to have just one of these screws going straight through the back and it's going to sit into the side of it. So all I'm doing is pre-drilling a hole here. Then once I've fixed the side on, I'll continue that hole into the side piece so that it doesn't split. And then I'll just put a screw straight in from the back. Just using the scrap just to line it up to make sure I get it in the centre. That's it. Okay, now it's time to make the lip that goes on the lid. The lid's just sitting there. The lip is going to go this way. So on the inside I'm going to have pocket holes. So all I'm going to do is mark it at the length and then mark where I'm going to put the pocket holes. Both side lips are attached. Time to put the front one on. Flush on one end and make a mark on that one.
Now I've tried a few different methods of attaching the lid to the cabinet. My favourite and the easiest so far is just a simple piano hinge. It provides support all the way along the length of the lid and seems to hold up really well. I use a chain to keep the lid from opening up too far. I would prefer to use a gas strut, but the cheapest ones I can find that are strong enough for the task are $100, and I think that just adds too much to the cost of the build. The shelf in the centre is supported by some simple cleats. The drawer is simply a false front attached to a basic drawer box.
Now on the box it's going to have two drawers instead of the hinge top. Because you're never going to be able to see the top of it, you can actually go pocket holes all the way around. So that's going to go there, the back will go on, top will go on, you won't be able to see anything. Much easier. So I've just got the back, I'm putting it on, it's flush down the bottom. This will tighten up once I put the screws in. And I'll make a mark down the bottom where I need to cut it. Okay, so the top is flush with the back of the box. The side lip is flush with the back of the box. The side lip comes out one thickness, whatever the thickness of your drawer material is, it comes out that much. So that one sits pretty flush. And then the lid comes out two thicknesses. So what will happen is the drawer will close like that, and then there'll be a lip on the top drawer, which will continue the box lip all the way around, and that will sit flush underneath there.
All the drawers across both boxes were made in the same manner. They're just a basic pocket hole drawer frame, and then a sheet of plywood is glued and screwed to it from underneath. These will be plenty strong for their task. They'll support shoes, clothes, toys, no dramas at all for a very long time. Once the drawer is in its place, you simply cut the false piece to fit and attach it with glue and screws from the inside.
Because the lip is going to continue all the way around on the front piece, I can actually attach the face from the outside and then screw it in from the back and take these screws out again. So as long as it's all in the right spot, which I think it is.
And that's the assembly pretty much over. Now you need to spend a million hours sanding and painting the boxes. I only paint the outside of mine. I gave mine a coat of primer and 2 top coats of colour, sanding in between, and then just to finish it off I gave them a few thin coats of spray lacquer as well. Once everything had dried for a few days, I applied to these vinyl stickers, and I had these made up from a local print shop for me. The longer you can wait for the paint to dry before you apply the sticker, the better.
And there you go guys, that's how I make my shoeboxes. I think they look awesome, especially with the drawers that push down. I really like that. The lid on this one is just too heavy. It's very big, very bulky, so I'm not a big fan of doing it, but it looks better when you open it up. But I quite like the ones with the push open drawers as well. The stickers look fantastic. I'm sure the customer's going to be very happy with them, and that's how you make them.